Jody from Garden Hands, and we're going to give you an update on the windmills and the Supertunias that we have around the farm. We're in September, and the Supertunias, we put them on the windmill on Mother's Day weekend. You can tell how they're kind of cascading over, so everything really turned out pretty well. We were pleased with it. We had warm weather here in Wisconsin, and we do have them on irrigation. They run twice a day for a little bit under 10 minutes each time, and they might be getting a little too much moisture according to Tim, but we haven't had anything dry out either. We have 6 plants in each of the baskets, and we have 6 hanging baskets on the windmill on the 3 sides. Overall, we had Supertunias put in. We have Bubblegum, we have Fuchsia, Silverberry. Always forget the white one, and the light pink ones, which are the Bubblegum. They're the ones that are the most vigorous out of all of the 3. But overall, really pleased. There's no deadheading. We haven't had to trim them yet, and sometimes you do have to just snip them off with your pruning shears if they get a little gangly. When they've been up in the windmill, we haven't been able to add Miracle-Gro to more. We just didn't put that effort into doing that. I did put in granular fertilizer when we planted them. When we originally put this side in, we were a little worried about the birch tree having shade on it, but it turned out fine. I mean, it really even adapted on the top where there was one limb that kind of grew right into it. Overall, this was a real success. We didn't have a lot of money into making. We have Tim, who's really handy in making whatever we have left over to go on the windmill, and we'll do it again next year. We did have to have a lift that allowed us, which we have on the farm, which allowed us to plant it. So after the real hard frost, I think they'll take frost down to about 27 degrees, then we'll get the lift out and pull them out. So Lindsay was wondering, are we going to have to unhook all the baskets? And I don't think we will. What we'll do, we'll take the dirt out of them so then they won't be heavy. So overall, 2 thumbs up. We have 8 Hayracks on the pool fence, and we have 3 plants in each Hayrack. This is our 3rd year of planting the Hayracks, and our most disappointing year. We also have irrigation on the Hayracks, and they run similar time. I think they are 9 minutes each, twice a day. The problem arose when I tried to save a little money on my potting soil, and I bought the cheaper brand at the big box store, and that is not worth it. And I knew when I put it in, I just thought the soil wasn't a very nice consistency, and they never thrived like the ones in the windmill did. So learning, don't chintz out on the potting soil, and next year we'll go back to Miracle-Gro. I also put in granular fertilizer. These also received sometimes I would do the Miracle-Gro on them. So overall, kind of a disappointing year with the pool Hayracks. The windmill ones we were very happy with, but the soil definitely plays a role in how well they thrive. This is the best one of the pool Hayracks. This one had half of the soil was the good kind of soil in it. It's still, this one did, kind of cascade over, but in prior years we had it cascade over on both sides, and it would cover up the full basket. Still pretty, but not as nice as other years. I think the trials of gardening are you try different things. So in the middle of the year, we were looking at the plants and they weren't thriving, and Tim suggested taking out one of the plants and putting in another Supertunia, which I had extras. I did change the plant and put in a new Supertunia and added even some good soil, just a little bitty area, and put the old plant in a pot in good soil. The pot in the good soil did fine and it flourished. The one in the Hayrack, it was mediocre. So it wasn't the plant, it wasn't the temperatures or the conditions or the watering, it was the soil. As long as we're over here, I'll show you the roses that we have, and we have about, I think there's 27 in this line, and the majority are Bonica roses. They were planted about 35 to 40 years ago. That was money well spent. We have had a few die in the course of our Wisconsin winters, and I've replaced them with Olivia Rose Austin roses, which are similar but a little bit bigger flower. Here's an Olivia Rose Austin. So they are bigger. I think they have like 90 petals. They smell good, but they're similar to the Bonica color-wise. And you got a little bug on it. That's all right. Okay. This is the Bonica rose. Okay, so I'm the crazy Petunia lady, but by the pool here we have 3 steps coming down, and these are volunteer Petunias. For years we've always had Petunias in the same pots, and so we've had a variety of Petunias. The last 4 years we've done the Supertunias, but these are all, they come up just from their own seed, and they don't get any attention, they don't get any fertilizer, they sometimes get watered. Not real frequently, but they're kind of fun. So with the Supertunias, again, you don't have to deadhead and really do anything. So I have 3 pots, one of each of the colors that we have in the Windmill and the Hayracks, and there's just 1 plant in each pot. And so many times people will think you have to put in so many flowers in order to get a good showing. And this would, there is 1 pot, 1 plant. Okay, a little few volunteers. And the size of the pot, a little hard to tell.
It's like Cousin It.
I can't find the edge. Oh. It's here. Okay, the pot is 18 inches on the width. These are nice and easy, and yet they look great. This is our Petunia wagon, and it's filled with 8 petunias. And inside the wagon, underneath in here, is 2 plastic containers that Tim had cut down, and that's what holds our dirt. And in this case, we just had some farm dirt and compost, and some granular fertilizer when we planted. These again were planted right around Mother's Day. And they're not on irrigation. They get watered, I'd say 3 times a week, maybe.
With the buckets.
Yeah. We did try putting in some plants in the middle. One year I think we had salvia in that were a little taller, but they quickly got crowded out by the petunias, so now we just keep it easy. Thanks for watching Garden Hands, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Happy gardening!